Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to day 25 of our 30 days to an elevated mindset. How are you doing today? I'm doing good. I got my coffee as usual. And I'm excited to be here with you today. So today we talk about something really, really simple and basic, something you learned I don't know, maybe not of kindergarten, certainly something we probably all heard as a child. And we're going to talk about linguistics, or more simply, words, and words matter. You know, the words that we use create our reality. So if we go back and think of all the things we've talked about along the way, right? Perception is projection. How we perceive the world is basically what we're projecting out into the world. How we take in information, what information we take in based on our filters and our values and our beliefs. And so if we use language and say things like money is the root of all evil, we are going to be looking for and creating opportunities to prove that we're right. Money is the root of all evil. And so one thing that we can start doing when we want to make changes is just start changing the language we use, the words that we use. You know, I have dealt with depression a lot in my life, and I always used to say, and I don't know if I use this exact word, but basically like I am a victim of depression, you know, and as I realized the power of words and language, and wanted to be able to approach depression if it occurred, you know, in a way that I could be the most empowered in that. And so one thing I just changed is how I looked at it and how I talked about it. And so I would say, yeah, sometimes I'm challenged by depression, right? It's a challenge. There are some things I have to get through, but not being the victim of it. One of the things where we say words matter, and when we're talking about language, is also being aware that you and I may not have the same definition or meaning of a word. So when I talked, I don't know if it was yesterday or a couple of days ago, about a question that you can ask people, what do you need? Right? It's such a simple question. What do you need right now? And if someone says, well, I'm tired and I just need to rest, what you want to do is acknowledge and say, wow, okay, I get it, you're tired, you need to rest. Instead of saying, oh, so you're exhausted and you just need to chill. Well, exhausted and tired could mean two different things. Or maybe they say they're exhausted and you're like, oh, so you're tired. And in their mind, they're thinking, I'm not tired. If I was tired, I could go take a little nap. I'm exhausted. I can barely move. It takes all my energy just to get up and get out of bed, right? So don't assume just because someone uses a word that it means to them the same thing that it means to you. So sometimes really understanding what it is that their words mean or what they're saying, if you're feeling like your communication is breaking down, you're not connecting with someone, and just using their words back to them. You know, you don't have to have the exact definition of what exhausted versus tired means. Just if someone says that they're tired, acknowledge, or they say they're exhausted, acknowledge that, you know, use their words. This is also really helpful in business when you're working with people and you want to build rapport with them, using their language, using the words that they use in the way that they use it. So that's it. It's a really simple one. Words matter, and the words that you use matter. So when you're talking about yourself, about your life, about what's going on, what are the words that you use? So just start listening to your own language patterns. We all have words that we use a lot. You know, I don't know the exact number, but there's like a limited vocabulary that people typically use and stay within. And so when you really start paying attention to it, it can be very interesting to hear one person's language pattern versus another person's. It can just give you some insight into them. Okay, today's daily practice: affirm what you know to be true. I will affirm something I know to be true, and that's when I'm listening to people, and this has partly intuitive, but partly just a skill I've developed or fine-tuned over time as a coach and thousands of coaching calls, is, a skill I have is hearing what's behind the words. So it's hearing what's not said, hearing in those pauses what's going on. And this is what can make it really valuable when I'm working with people on their limiting beliefs and their mindset. It's both what they're saying, but maybe what they're not saying, and dig in. So that's something I affirm that I know is true about me. How about you? I know you've got some superpowers. So affirm your superpowers. Affirm what you know to be true about yourself. Okay, that's it for day 25. So we've got 5 more days to go. And Saturday, as always, will be a reflection on what we've talked about, Sunday gratitude. So there'll be 3 more techniques or mindset strategies or things that we'll talk about, and we'll start wrapping it up next week. I hope you're enjoying this. I've been really having fun doing this, sharing my thoughts and connecting with everyone, and I'm always appreciating the feedback and the comments that I see on Facebook. So thank you so much, and have an awesome day.